Hey there, Victor. Here is your Freddie King video. Sorry for the delay. I had some issues with the mic on my new computer, which of course is not awesome since it's the new computer, but we're good. So in this Freddie King song, we're in C sharp, very much in a major key. Not. We will see him get into minor pentatonic number 1 at the end, as well as pentatonic 2. But he starts by throwing in some of the better passing tones on the high strings for major key. It should be like, here's me playing through my blues box. And then throwing in, instead of just 9/12, 9/12, 9/11, 9/11, which really says I'm a major thing. This are, pretty consonant intervals to throw in there. Anyway, so he starts riding that part. He goes, hit and cut over there. So we had, and then this cool thing he does with this that I can't say I've really seen anybody else do. And then we get a slow bend on our pentatonic note, which, like we talked about, we're going to be doing this way. And that's our entire section right there. So now we're going to be up on pentatonic 2, like I just started playing, which, as we see for him, is just this 4-note box. We're also thinking about middle finger on the 3rd string being in there. And he goes, sorry. That's a good one, highlighting the bend. Try to throw some vibrato in any chance you get on the long notes. You could also just mimic where I'm doing it, but you'll see I pretty much do it on every long tone. So that was, sorry, a little extracurricular slide in there. And then he goes, which I think is pretty tasty and a good example of a thing that's not going to work unless you're like this. So that concludes our portion up here on pentatonic 2 at the 12th fret, which is like E major pentatonic, also relative minor, relative major. Let me know if you don't know what I just said. I'll explain it next time. And now we go back to, so he's on pentatonic 1, and you could definitely do this with your pinky, but he's set up like this doing it. And the idea is for us to be able to bend or advance at any point, be able to go. And he does call for that pretty quickly. But on the first riff, if you want to do that with your pinky, it's cool. Pretty standard riff for us on guitar stuff. And then we get to, excuse me. So right away it starts to matter. Bend and then we get bend first, bend, strike, relax, pull off. So now we do need to be using our ring finger. So even if I went, now we right away see. So that's, it's okay if you have a little bit of a, as long as you get there on time, but ideally we'd be getting comfortable with that. You can look out for your technique stuff, like where your arm's hanging and so forth, if it feels like that's really hard to reach. And there we are. And then it's excuse me. There we are. Excuse me. There it is. Well, the other one's just kidding. I guess I'll do the whole thing for fun. just did that for fun, but I also wanted you to take a look at double stops and see how that's going for you. When we're going, I'm barring 2 strings with my first finger and hammering on, like here I'm playing with the 2 middle strings, the 3rd and 4th string. I'm playing 9th fret, 9th fret, and then hammering on to the 11th, one of those, such that I'm not muting the higher string. Maybe this is something you do all the time, but people making the technique transitions and assessments that you're going through right now, that can be a bit of an issue. And for the guys you like, there's a lot of things like that where we're doing these types of interjecting those double stops quite a bit. So yeah, that kind of thing. Mess around with that a little bit. All right, man. I will see you on Friday the 12th, unless I hear from you otherwise. And looking forward to continuing. Cheers.